Namaskar. It's a delight to be here. Today I will speak about a new form of leadership, or we have all witnessed it but not named it, or it must have been named in management parlance. We call it synchronized leadership. Just like you have symphony or predictability or a massive teamwork in a musical team. Similarly, we have that kind of a leadership also when we come across mission critical or extremely dangerous instances over there. Sometimes we embrace challenge, or sometimes challenges are heaped on us. One such challenge I had the opportunity when the government of Karnataka gave me the opportunity to be the Commissioner of Police for Bangalore City between August 2019 and August 2020. I had to come across two huge challenges which the country as well as the state was facing. One was facing the CAA NRC protests, which had led to a lot of communal violence and divisions as well as unpredictability. And the other was, as we were recovering out of it, COVID-19 hit us from February onwards. At that point of time, it was a very historic period in which I consider either very fortunate or very chosen to have got that opportunity to serve this city of about 14 million people. Today I will speak to you about my tenure and handling COVID-19, for which my entire team was very well appreciated. The Commissioner of Police is a position granted after 3 decades of work in the police department. You would have faced all kinds of challenges as a young superintendent of police, or a young SP, or as a commandant, or as in intelligence, or in CID, or in economic offences. So it's a distilled experience that is given to the people of Bangalore, because Bangalore city deserves the best Commissioner of Police. So it's the government's wisdom. They choose an officer with a long experience and ask him to lead the police force of Bangalore, having 21,000 people spread over 1,000 square kilometers and having a population of about 14 million. And people from all the states of the country are here in Bangalore, and people from about 76 nationalities have also made their home in Bangalore. So that is the diversity of Bangalore, which generates the highest GDP, etc., etc. I don't need to introduce Bangalore. So this position of Commissioner of Police is not just a position in the government of Karnataka. It is like you are the father of the police force by virtue of experience, of course, and then you are a protector, you are an absorber, you are a teacher, you are a creator of resources, you are a bridge. Sometimes, or rather more number of times, I had to comfort the Home Minister and the Chief Minister that this too shall pass, because we all blame politicians, but we don't know that how much of stress they also pass through. Day and now, you also keep seeing in Twitter how they are abused, and how the media also abuses them, how people abuse, and they also become very insecure. So one of the roles that I had to perform was to comfort the Chief Minister, Mr. Yediyurappa, and then Home Minister, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, who is the present Chief Minister over there. So when COVID really hit us over there, it was something which we thought it's a medical department's problem, not the police department's problem over there. But Mr. Bommai cautioned me, saying that, Bhaskar Rao, be careful, nobody is going to be around, only you have to take care of the city. You means you and your team have to take care of the city over there. So we thought, why involve police in a medical problem over there? The doctors are there, the researchers are there, and the scientists are there over there. But we never knew what magnitude this problem is going to take. And we never knew the solutions also are going to find the entire scientific community over there. For one day ban, either for linguistic issue or river water dispute, etc. As a Commissioner of Police, I call a meeting of all my DCPs and tell them 144 CRPC has to be clamped, where force has to be kept over there, how barricades have to be stationed, how only essential supplies can move on, etc., etc. But that was for only one day. This is for days together. This is for days together. when the Prime Minister came on the air and said, "Aap kuch din humko de dijiye, give me some of your days," then that was the time I thought, oh my God, we are going to tread into very, very serious problems over there. Then finally, in March, when the Prime Minister said he's going to address at 8 o'clock, whenever Prime Minister comes on air at 8 o'clock, either you run to the bank or you go to the provision store over there. So that being the case, till 8:45 he cautioned us and he said that there's going to be a nationwide ban with only about 4 hours notice in the midnight over there. Myself and my additional commissioners were sitting in my office, and then immediately after the lockdown was announced, I rushed to Vidhan Sauda, the seat of power. Chief Secretary, then the Director General of Police came and the Intelligence Chief, and we were huddled together for 45 minutes. What needs to be done? The Chief Secretary, without batting an eyelid, he said, whatever has to happen on the road, the police is going to take care, and as regards Bangalore city is concerned, the Commissioner of Police will have the last word. So this was a huge challenge. For a day's bandobast, I get 1 day's preparation. For days together bandobast, how do I handle the city? So I had to immediately go out, call my additional CP, Nimbalkar, and say, now it is about 9:30 in the night, 1 a.m. call all the DCPs. All DCPs must come at 1 o'clock in the night over there. So at 1 a.m. all the DCPs came for a meeting, and then after having met the Chief Secretary, then we met the Chief Minister along with the Home Minister, how this whole thing has to be spanned over there. The present Chief Secretary, Vandita Sharma, was in charge of logistics, getting things from the villages to the APMC market, and from APMC market. And I had 21 DCPs with me. Now law and order was to be closed down and we were supposed to do something else. The doctors would do their job in the hospitals, and Commissioner of Police Bangalore City and Commissioner BBMP were the only people to be on the streets. Why I call this synchronized leadership is because in a synchronized model, everybody has a role. They know when to perform. Or in a symphony, everybody has practiced when to perform and when to stop performing and when the other person starts performing. This was a situation where I also didn't know how to perform, leave alone my 21 people, but yet we were supposed to perform over here. So, what is it that you do in such a situation over there? You cannot give up. And when we got an announcement that a plane full of people are going to be not Bangalore and to be kept in the center for isolation over there, the local people in Yelahanka started protesting. So that was the first one we had to deal with over there. When my DCPs came at 1 o'clock in the night, my broad directions were few. Police work, my dear friends, is like sports medicines. You will get to know that Sania Mirza or Virat Kohli have made a mistake in 30 seconds. Similarly, you will come to know whether I made a mistake only in 30 seconds. If it's a high court judge or a district magistrate or a professor or a scientist, it will take a couple of years. So that kind of mandate is our job over there. So first, it has to be protected for the next 20 days. Nobody is going to come out, essential supplies will reach home. There is no medicine. The dead have to be cremated. And those in need of medical emergency have to go to the hospital. That is, those for chemotherapy, those who have to go for dialysis, and those who have to go for emergency medicine. Trucks came inside the city. And another DCP's responsibility was to ensure that the markets were open. So we had to follow, and one more DCP was in charge of whole Bangalore SMS, that is sanitizer, mask and social distancing. Fight Corona, arrest Corona. And I had to keep our own morale high, my own morale high, because I was seeing so much of death everywhere. There was no medicine, there was no treatment, and food also was short. And we had to also ensure that the price of food does not rise. Thanks to my DCPs and thanks to President Chief Secretary Madam that we were able to get all these food supplies inside. So coming back, 1 a.m. in the night, all the 21 DCPs come over there. Within a shortest moment, we design a pass. Passes have to be given. And passes have to be printed, and by 6 a.m. in the morning, I have to issue passes. So for a city of about 1.4 crore, how many passes to issue? So one of my DCP said we'll issue about 50,000 passes. One said 1 lakh. So finally we decided we'll issue about 5 lakh passes over there. There is about 500,000 passes we will issue over there. So when the pass means in a collective leadership, synchronized leadership over there, what happens in synchronized leadership is that even when clear directions are not given, the other person knows when to start and when to stop over there, keeping the bigger objective in mind. I also should know how much to tell and how much not to tell, and how much to know and how much not to know. A lot of times I chose not to know also things over there. That was my decision. A lot of times it was my decision not to take a decision also over there, so that somebody down below can take a decision over there. So these are things which we don't learn in a management school, that these are not deliberate, but sometimes what happens in synchronized leadership model over there, you have to allow somebody else unnamed to take a decision, and that person will stop and somebody else is going to take. So it's a relay system, as well as everybody is doing together and everybody stops and another set of people start taking. But keep the larger objective in mind over there. 6 a.m. in the by about 4:35, the pass was ready, people's pass and vehicle pass. So in the meantime, ask DCP first, go immediately drag one of those DTP guys, bring the DTP guy, another DCP said, go bring one printer over there. So by 7 a.m. in the morning, all these passes were ready. So that is the speed at which we work when we are put under a challenge, because we are exercising sovereign power at that time, and we are doing this for the greater good of the people over there. Now, passes physical when they were being given, I took a decision, I am not going to issue any pass, only the DCP will issue passes. Because if I start taking micro decisions and the police commissioner office become a pass distribution center, there is going to be, so there were 8 zonal DCPs will issue passes. So then we saw 2-3 days, huge crowds, social distancing was compromised. So, and COVID cases were increasing all over the country, all over the world, and every morning we used to have a meeting, chief minister. I had a strange system that during the morning, I will give instructions. At night, I will hear what they have to say. It was very, very clear. At day, my system. There is no time to issue memos or send emails or send WhatsApp. I had to take the mic and talk to all the police stations at one go. And I cannot say, dear sir, my dear sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just do this. And in the evening, tell me what is the outcome of all these things. And these things also you conceive off the spot over there, and we record it, send it, and we also wanted to show the people what exactly they are doing over there. Mr. Gulshan mentioned about NGO work. NGO work had come to a standstill over there. The animals, the stray animals had to be fed over there. Children who were depending had to be fed. So we took up a lot of responsibilities ourselves also over there. You could see that we were feeding dogs also, feeding stray dogs over there, feeding people who had no means to, that nobody even food for the beggars also. All this food was going from the police station in Vaisla vehicles. Women in uniform used to double up as cooks in the police station, because food had to come to the police station now. And police station was a place where we had very good cooks also, because the cooks had come from 5-star hotels. I still remember Bhima Shankar, who is at present DCP in East, was my DCP in Northeast. He used to tell me, sir, why don't you come to have pizza and pasta? Today we are making pizza and pasta. So these are some of the humorous times also which we spent over there. In the police station, pizza and pasta is being cooked because a certain cook from a 5-star hotel, he has chosen to come and work over there, and we get all the materials and he is able to get. And so this kind of programs. Then suddenly when COVID increased, and within 1 week I lost 3 of my officers over there, panic started coming inside the department. Now, if I don't keep these people together over there, the city is going to go for a toss. We commissioners used to be in touch. Srivastava, Delhi Police, touch. Then Bir Singh was not very good news, the Mumbai Police Commissioner. We also used to be in touch with Anjani, my batchmate in Hyderabad. So we used to exchange notes on how we are handling each other's city. And Vishwanathan was Commissioner of Police in Chennai. So the situation at that point of war, I followed the CISF policy. The CISF which guards your airport there and which checks your luggage, that's a policy that if your subordinate had made a mistake, I will stand by you even if you made a mistake over there. So my policy to all the 21,000 police personnel was that take a decision at the spot in the greater good. Don't wait for me to give instructions over there, because this is a peculiar circumstance in which we cannot take any kind of decision over there, and it is your decision that is going to be impacted over there. Now, the city cannot be locked permanently. Locking the city is very easy. Unlocking the city was even more difficult. difficult over there. So when the unlocking process started over there, we had even more severe challenges over there. Why am I not being unlocked? Why they are being unlocked? I also should be unlocked. And the force inside also was also getting very, very impatient over there. I took a decision suddenly that everybody above 55 years will go back home, all my police personnel, because if anybody is going to die, more people is going to start dying. So when that was done, people were puzzled why, and out of that, for which I had to send back about almost 1,800 people I had to send away over there. And I said, work from home or stay at home and don't come out of the house also over there. In fact, that helped save me a lot of lives over there. And then before that pandemic started, that was March, we told all of them, send your families to the villages. Don't even go home. You are required for 24 hours. So challenge after challenge, challenge after challenge. But my dear friends, what I want to tell you, during a synchronized leadership model over there, if you take things all upon yourself, you will simply go mad. It is always best to trust your subordinates. Trust, but verify. But trust and verify. This was my principle over there, and distribute work as much as possible. So anyhow, so thank you so much. And it was a huge, huge learning experience, and we are a COVID generation. Probably years and years later, I distributed something like 25,000 certificates to NGOs, to individuals who were a part of the journey and who brought some kind of sanity and help to those organizations over there. And this is a COVID generation, COVID babies, COVID teenagers, COVID teens, COVID teens, COVID 30s, COVID 40s. So we all will remember this generation and being there. Thank you very much.